Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Real Life Excel. Hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you are. I know I am with March Madness here in the States. For those that don't know, March Madness is like this big college basketball tournament. It's pretty crazy. There's 60, well, I guess technically 68 teams that play, and it's a single game elimination. And there's a lot of teams that aren't expected to win, that win, and a lot of teams that are supposed to win don't win, so it gets pretty crazy and pretty fun. So anywho, I wanted to go in the alignment section within the home tab in Excel. So if you see kind of in the middle right here, the alignment section, I just want to talk about some options that we have with Excel within this alignment section. So first one that I want to look at is the top, middle, and bottom alignments. So here we can do this with both text and numbers. Here we have the text test. So right now it's currently at the bottom alignment. Let me make this row a little bit bigger. We have the bottom alignment. But let's just say I want to put in the middle. Excel has the option to do that. So we have the middle alignment, which then shifts it to the middle. If I wanted to have it at the top of the cell, I can also do that and click on the top align. You can see Excel has this little staircase looking option where the top one's at the top, bottom one's at the top, and here we can see the middle option. We can also do this with numbers. So right now it's the bottom, middle, move to the middle, and then top, move to the top. So pretty nifty if you want to move stuff around within a cell. We also have the option to move things between left and right. So for example, here we have the text test on the left. If we go below where the alignments were, the top and bottom alignments were, we can go to the left. So right now it's at the left. If I want to move to the center, I can do it to the center. I can move it to the right. Same thing with numbers. It's currently on the right. Move it to the center or to the left. So again, pretty nifty if you want to move stuff around within a cell, just in what way you want. You can also do this with both options. So for example, it's currently at the top option. Let's say I just want to move it right smack dab in the middle. So I can go to the middle alignment. So right now it's in the middle, but it's not in the center. If I click the center option, we can see it's right smack dab in the middle of the cell, even though, this cell's pretty big. Excel was able to move this number right to the middle to make it a little bit more visually appealing. And you can do that with all your spreadsheets. Scroll down to orientation. So orientation, we can shift the text or the numbers within the cell. So for example, I can move the word vertically or counterclockwise, clockwise, and I think there's other customizations that you can get into the nitty-gritty of things, but for the most part, these are the main ones that Excel has recognized. So for example, if I want to move my text into a clockwise, counterclockwise angle, I can do that. Here we can see the text has just shifted into like a 45-degree angle. I can do clockwise. I can do vertical text. So I can shift the word to vertically spell out the word or the number. Let's do that with a number. So here we have 1,000 in test. Then we can also shift it. So even though it's being spelled out, I guess vertically, but it's kind of in a what is the word? Gosh dang it. I've been trying to think of this word. It's still like legible, yeah. We can do that down as well. So pretty nifty if you want to change the orientation, or if you have like a chart right here, or you have stuff talking about right here, you can just use this option right here to name that chart or that area specific within your spreadsheet. So pretty nifty. Indent. This one is if you want to add a little bump or a little space in your cells. So for example, if I do indent, or I guess increase indent or indent to the right, you can see that it added a little bit of a bump right here. And I can keep doing that as many times as I want. I can go to the other cell. We can do this with numbers as well. So pretty nifty if you want to add a little space between each cell just to make it a little bit easier to look at or just to show your data. Wrap text. So I guess I should probably type in a larger word. So we have a text that is bleeding into the next couple of cells. So right now it's fine. It's not getting cut out. But for example, if I need to type something else in the cell right next to it, in cell B43, here we can see that cut out is literally cutting out the test for the spreadsheet. So right now we can't visually see what this entire text is. Sure, we can see it in the formula bar. It's still not gone, but it's kind of hiding behind this other cell. So what's pretty nifty about Excel is that we can wrap the text. So for example, we have this text that's cut out. We can click to wrap the text or wrap text, and Excel will automatically try to make the text fit within that cell. And so it will change a little bit of the formatting and the size of the cell or column to try to fit it in. And here we can see test for this spreadsheet. And so sometimes Excel can get it right, sometimes it can get it wrong, but you can move the rows around and you can get something that fits a little bit better. And I just double click this row right here to make it fit a little bit better. So pretty helpful if you have a bunch of data that's kind of overlapping each other or getting cut out separately. This is kind of the quick and easy button to fix things. And I tried doing this with numbers, but I just learned the hard way. So again, this is the reason why I have this channel, is just to learn about Excel. Found something new. You can't do this with numbers. And I guess it also implies with the name that wrap text doesn't work with numbers. So there you have it. Merge and center. So I've been doing this a lot in my previous videos, merging and centering. So you can see that we have this one single text line that could fit in a bunch, or I guess in one cell, but I've filled it in with multiple cells. Oh, this is for a future video. So basically merge and center will allow you to select a cell and merge it with other cells. So for example, if you have a text or a number within one cell, but you want it to spread across multiple cells easily or quickly, merge and center is your go-to. So merge and center, if you click on it, will literally merge and center the either text or the number right in the center of the cell selected. So right now I originally selected A52, but also I wanted it to center within the other cells of, or I guess the other columns of B through G. So now we have this one single cell now overlapping multiple columns. And if I want to unmerge it, I can just click this drop down right here, click unmerge cells, and here we have it as the original. We can do this with numbers as well, so click on merge and center. We still have our 1000, and then we can click unmerge cells. One of the quick hotkeys or shortcut keys that I use is Alt H and C, and this is to merge and center. So if I select these cells and I click Alt on the keyboard, H for home, M for merge and center, and then C for the merge and center option. There's the merge cross and merge cells, but I usually just merge and center. C. Here we have, it's automatically created a centered cell, so across multiple different columns. So you can also do that again to unmerge it. So pretty nifty if you want to quickly merge and center different cells across your spreadsheet. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Thanks guys. Peace.